Let's talk about the Tempest, measures 2, 4, and 8. Measures 2 and 4 have some chords that we haven't done yet. We're going to take a look at those right now. So, in measure 2, here's something that is going to be helpful for you to be thinking about. The last chord of measure 2 is basically what you've been playing in measure 1. So in measure 1, you're playing this arpeggio that is a C minor chord. Those notes are A, C, E. Okay, so in measure 1, you're playing A, C, E, A, C, E, A, C, E, A, C, E. And here we end up with both hands in A position. That's the end of measure 1. The chord at the end of measure 2, you see the left hand is playing a chord and the right hand is playing a chord. They are both A minor chords. A, C, E, A, C, E. Okay? So that is the chord at the end of measure 2. Now we get there, the first chords of measure 2, the right hand, if you just look at the fingering, is playing 1 and 4, and then to the A minor chord. That's really easy. And you've come to that from the end of measure 1, which is just that arpeggio at the end of measure 1, and then it's this, and then the A minor chord. Easy. Left hand is a little different, a little more challenging, no big deal. We come to the left hand chord from the end of the first measure, so you're in A position here, okay? And then the right hand plays this like we were talking about. The left hand, if you look at the finger numbers, you're going to play 5, 2, that's easy, and then 1, you're going to stretch it up here to F, so you have a 6th, the D in the middle, okay? So that's your first left hand chord, and then back to the A minor. So again, the left hand and right hand at the end of measure 1, and then the chords, and to the A minor. Now if we look at measure 4, it's basically the same thing, but from D minor position. So in measure 3, you've been playing, I'm in D position down here, camera set up not quite to pick that up, but it's, so D position in both hands, measure 3. Crossover, okay, you've done this before. Now, you stay here in D position, right hand plays fingers 1 and 4, and then 1, 3, and 5 to that D minor chord we've been playing the whole time. D, F, and A. Okay, so again, the right hand in measure 4. Easy. Left hand coming out of measure 3, you're here in D position. And again, that last chord of measure 4 is that D minor chord, 5, 3, and 1, that you've been playing in measure 3. Okay? So that last chord in measure 4 is this. Now, the left hand, the first 2 chords in measure 4, a little bit different, no big deal. Look at the fingerings, 5 on D, 2 on G, and then you see a flat up there. So that flat, you're going to stretch your thumb up to B, okay? But it's a flat. You're going to have to move your hands in a little bit to pick up that B flat with your thumb. All right? So that first chord is D, G, and B flat. Second chord is the same, and then to the D minor. Okay? So, both hands together, the first 2 chords are, and the last is the D minor chord. So that whole line again, starting from D position. We've done this before. Now we're in D position again. Okay, let's move on. Last thing, to measure 8. It looks trickier and sounds trickier than it really is. So, in measure 7, you've been playing in E position with the G sharp in the middle. So you've been playing an E major arpeggio, which is E, G sharp, and B, right? And then like we talked about, instead of crossing over, you just move your hands up an octave. Okay, so that's measure 7. We've done this before. Okay, now the left hand, just stay where you are. Stay right where you are, and you're going to play B, B, B. That's it. And the right hand, you just put finger 3 down on that G sharp that you've been playing. That's it. G sharp, F, E, over and over. Oops, don't play during the rest like I just did. Do as I say, not as I do. So here's measure 7 one more time. E position. And move up. Here comes measure 8. We just stay where we are. Don't play the left hand during the rest. Now, if you want to work ahead, you can go measures 9, 10, 11, 12. Those are exactly the same as measures 1 through 4. And if you want to work forward, then measures 13 through 16 are very similar to what we just did also. You're welcome to try those, or you can just leave them for another week.